future.
Okay, so I guess this is it. This will be our first podcast ever to help answer the questions of the hordes of adoring fans. So, and Jeffrey was supposed to have the Noob Adventures board up, but no, he's on Al Jazeera's website instead.
.com. It has unbiased website.
Yeah, Al Jazeera. That basically means you're a terrorist, Jeff. Sorry.
Yep. Here we go.
Okay, so we're doing this to answer some questions for everybody because more came in even after the Q&A video. And Jim, if I'm not mistaken, the Q&A video took a lot of time to make, right?
Yes, it took over a week to make when I should have been making Noob Adventures.
Yeah. Don't say that to the public.
Why?
Don't let them know.
Oh, they know.
But yeah, we'll just answer these on audio because it'll be easier. So. And then we're also going to try and get into the server and do some live Q&A also. We'll drop in and Gaylord will mercilessly grief some of you and then ask you a question. And he shall answer it.
You should maybe even go on the Mumble chat, the Mumble server, and listen to people.
Yeah, I could.
If you could record it, and that way you could put it into the audio too. But
Magikarp asked, "Damn, Felk, you're making these episodes quicker and quicker. Good show."
That's a great question. I don't know how to answer it without giving away industry secrets, so we can move on to the next question.
JJT_ninja says, "Very true, ellipsis."
Okay. Getting better. Quality of questions is improving.
I don't think anybody has questions up until Loco or whatever the other guy's name is.
Oh, yeah. Maniacs says, which voice is the hardest for Savage to do?
How about we throw that one to you, Jeff?
I'll take
Let
this
me
one,
answer
guys.
that. No, I think I'll answer that for you.
All right. Bye. All right. Well, as a hardened gangster, the one that's going to destroy my voice is going to be fart. It'll give me vocal nodules, and I'll have to get vocal surgery and have my vocal cords scraped and cleaned. That's my answer.
No, well, honestly, which of your voices is your hardest for you to get? I know that Gaylord
Milky
was like an
Dad.
evolution. You know, Gaylord, it became a certain kind of voice that you have to kind of get into the mood for. Milky Dad came out of nowhere, but which one is the actual hardest? I know fart's probably the hardest because it hurts your voice.
Yeah.
When you scream as fart, that's like painful.
And it'll give me vocal nodules. But the hardest one to actually do is Milky Dad because I always end up doing Gaylord with a Boston
You
accent.
start crossing over.
Yeah.
You end up with a hybrid.
They're really similar if you listen to like the overtones and undertones. Hang on, I have to drink my coffee.
Right into the, yes, perfect. So yeah, it's pretty easy for us though because me and Jim both have limited voice acting roles.
And this is my normal voice.
Yeah, I'm only Snake. That's it. I was the village.
I'm only Noobly. You were the village. I was a villager too.
Yeah, we were both villagers, but
I was a villager too.
We used some sophisticated industry techniques to modulate and mask our voice so it doesn't sound anything like us.
Yeah, we just heightened the pitch.
Yeah,
that was it.
And then I think I wanted to do. I wanted to do a Russian voice and just go, yes, I understand. But we haven't been able to work that in.
Well, it's not necessarily we don't have like the voice talent or anything. It's just our characters don't call for anything like that.
Yeah, and there's no new characters that I can't do voice as well. So
because Noobly and Poop Loser are more like how do I say it? They lead the story on. They're like the people that grasp the reality of the situation, whereas everybody else is just like all over the place.
Which means that they get boring voices and they can't talk like this.
Yes. So they're the railroad tracks, and Fart Garfunkel is the retarded flaming train that rides on top of it.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a perfect analogy.
I think I can say this without spoiling anything, but I do actually get to do something with my voice on this upcoming episode that hurt my voice to the point where I thought I was sick. So, and it sounded strangely like a primate. So
yes,
it was primitive.
You can play the primate challenge this next episode. All right, Jeff, what else we got?
Mr. Beardman, bearded, that dude with a beard with over 1,000 posts, asks, where do you see these series going? And what are you going to do after you finish the Noob Adventures?
Retire on a beach somewhere on the East Coast. Machinima actually asked me to do the script for another series, but I just don't have... Like, right now, I don't have the time. But I imagine we will be doing another series after Noob Adventures. What game and what, like, medium that's going to be, I have no idea. But beyond that scope, there's just not a lot of.
Well, how about this? Can I ask you a specific question as far as the ending is concerned?
Yeah.
Without getting too spoilery, is it all a dream? Is it going to end like that?
It could. I mean, but that's I
not
find
the
that
answer I wanted.
I find that to be the cheapest way of doing things.
Okay.
Usually, sometimes it can work, but
Do you know how I would answer this question?
How?
Where do you see the series going? I see it going all the way.
Yeah.
There we go. That'll answer your question.
How about this? Are you planning on making any prequels to the series after the series is
yeah,
done?
I totally forgot about that.
We could, we got some new special effects skills. We might be able to spruce up those early episodes a little bit, add some nice 3D audio and 4D rendered graphics.
Oh yeah.
And I got a cool new character idea that would attract the kids. Maybe we could make a re-release, special effects re-release.
Poochie.
Okay.
Or Jar Jar?
Yeah. He's a robot dog you can build in Minecraft.
I did want to do the prequels, just explaining like specifically what happened with like Gaylord taking over and everything, and going into like maybe like
that would be sweet. A solo, like a spin-off show, but it's just Gaylord.
Well,
like a sitcom of Gaylord and his pad.
I think it would be like Pony Rainbow. I don't know, like Ashley, who played Pony Rainbow, was totally into this idea when I brought it up a couple months ago, or even like a year ago. But like do a prelude to what happened, and it'll be like the first days of Poop Loser and Fart hanging out, like they meet for the first time when they join the game.
Yeah.
And then it shows what's happening in the town when Gaylord is just a normal player and he meets the OP and he gets the powers and everything, and then he just goes nuts.
Yeah, I think I've just always been fascinated with Gaylord, and I think finding out the background of Gaylord, I would love to have just at least 2 or 3 episodes of like chronological Gaylord flashbacks, or better yet, a whole series dedicated to Gaylord's history.
Well, yeah,
because I just have him seeing the most beautiful and tragic history. There's something in his past that has pushed him into this life of chivalrous crime, which he just shits on people so willingly and with such pride.
Yeah.
Rich dad, but no love. That's what I think of when I think of Gaylord. Like, yeah, he was bullied in town, in the neighborhood, but he just bought out their homes.
Okay,
so,
well, just
that's
so you
how
know,
he eliminated his
Gaylord
competition.
Let me say this first. But everything we're saying is not reality.
Yeah.
Like that's not the true story of what happened to Gaylord.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just speculating.
Yeah,
Why would somebody be that mean?
I know why. Like I have a general idea of why he's the way he is, but I mean, I'm open to suggestions. But ultimately, there's an underlying thing that I have to have there to make it all make sense.
Let's ask Jeff on this, because Jeff voices Gaylord. Jeff, what is your inspiration for Gaylord's hate and his vitriol towards other men, or women, or players, or animals, or anything?
Well, having been born into wealth, he established at an early age what money can actually buy, and the emotionless compensation which encompasses who we all are as a society and where we're going in the future.
Jeffrey,
and
you're not making any sense.
The snowball effect, which is eventually going to lead
Coriolis,
to oblivion.
The Coriolis?
Yes.
The
game, Oblivion.
Exactly.
And,
all right, next question.
That person over there, assistant headhunter, says, what got you interested in animating? ?
Oh, man. Well, like, even though on my channel you can see my first, official, visual animation that I made in Adobe Flash, like the crappy 2D one that I made, I've been animating probably since 7th grade. Like, even in, the technology class. You both had that class.
Yeah.
You every 2 weeks, you'd go to a different station, and you'd learn, a new technology skill, maybe, radio broadcast to, learning to fly with Flight Simulator. But
I never got it lucky enough to do an animation thing.
Oh, I did.
Only animations, all of my animations were limited to math textbooks.
Oh,
and
yeah,
religious literature, where you would just paint little stick figure animations where you got
most
the
people do that
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the only animation I ever did. As soon as it came to computer stuff,
Nothing.
The highlight of my animation skill would be pineapple pizza, but that's not really animation. That was just automating.
What do you mean
movements.
that wasn't real?
Oh.
That was a cultural staple. That's going to be written down.
For those of you who don't know what we're
America.
talking about, we made a video called Pineapple Pizza that's completely unrelated to anything we do.
Check the.
You could just go search for it on YouTube.
Check the description.
Yeah.
We'll put a link in
there.
there.
We'll put a link to Pineapple Pizza.
There's also, going further with that question, even in like seventh and eighth grade, not in school, we were making those really dumb stop motion Lego movies.
Oh yeah,
remember
that's
those?
true. Yeah,
and with the what do you call them?
Micro Machines.
Well, no, just Legos and Micro Machines, and God, they were dumb.
Yeah, we had some dumb videos. I remember my
Yeah.
brother was at your house, and he spent like hours taking a Micro Machine of cotton balls to make it look like a car was doing a burnout. So stop motion animation of a car like doing a burnout with cotton being the smoke, and then he put like a match on the. It was terrible. It was absolutely awful, horrible.
Every time he would press record, he would press the sound. He would make the sound. Yeah. I remember the first time I did that. It was the worst thing because I thought that you could remake the sound every time and it would sound right. So it was just. It was so bad.
Kids these days with your digital media, you don't know what it's like to stop.
It was really hard
using
a
VHS player.
A VHS tape recorder was awful.
Yeah.
Like you'd have if you made a mistake, you had to rewind and just hope that it's in the right place. It was never specific. Like it could be off like a whole second. It could be like too far. So it's like you'd skip like 3 frames that you already did.
Yeah, it was not
It was
right over.
a game of dice.
Yeah, it was a gamble and it sucked. But I should.
And then you went into that's what you went to school for after high school. Though, you went for.
I was.
You did animation in college.
Yeah, for the last 3 years of college, I went into media arts and animation, and yeah, it was very hard, but yeah.
So you could say it started with a passion and ended up as a passion
with a lot of work.
Actual real world positives to it.
Like
it basically turned from a hobby to something that you could do to as something outside of a hobby. It was something that you decided you were going to spend most of your professional time doing.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Well said.
Fart. I mean Gaylord. I mean Milky Dad. I mean Random Villager.
Oops.
I mean.
Yeah. What?
Hey, Fart.
Hey.
That's my voice. Can you tell it's me?
Yeah, this is my.
Hey, what's our next question? Hey, I was thinking, Fart, you should really get along to our next question. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough time to get there.
Okay.
We're kind of running a little overtime already. I think it would be a good idea if you read the next question.
Yes.
Poop dick. Fart fuck. Sorry.
That goes Fart again. Out. There he goes again.
Magikarp asked, how come there's over thousands among thousands of viewers on the series, yet there's barely 20 people on the server?
I think the answer to that is 1.7. Either people don't realize that they can downgrade Minecraft, and they already upgraded without realizing that. Also, I think they're just waiting for us to update the world, so there's,
I also think that, it's just because people like a show doesn't necessarily mean they're going to play on the server.
Yeah.
There's a lot of YouTube shows that I enjoy, but I don't either play the game or I have nothing to do with the content. I just like how entertaining it is. So you might have people that watch the show, but just don't play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Most of you guys on the server know I don't really play Minecraft anymore, but I still enjoy the show. So.
Jeff and I both play Minecraft as much as possible, as you all know.
I drop in incognito sometimes.
Yeah.
I spy on you.
He's in there more than you realize.
When you are sleeping, my eyes are upon all of you. Yes, you are my children.
Well, there's another question, which I'm going to go ahead and answer first.
You have to ask it in Milky Dad's voice.
It's from Lot of Clips. Legit question. Why are you so awesome? All right, so let me tell you. When I was 13, I was on a trip in Burma. And I got lost in the woods for a couple of weeks. And I hadn't had any human contact for that entire time. And you start to lose your mind. You become loopy, and you start to question what reality is. You start wondering if you are the entity that you think you are, and not just one with what everything else is. So, during that time, I just spent probably 15 weeks in a trance, post being lost. And when I got back, I went into this cavern that I meditated upon. And I went into this cavern and I found this scepter. And I went and I got the scepter and I claimed it as my own. And it was beautiful. And that's part of the reason. That's one of the 6 reasons. I'll go into the other ones later.
No other questions?
You guys have to answer it. Why are you so awesome?
Because I stay up till 4 a.m. animating.
Baby, I was born this way.
Yeah! I was born.
Is there another question? Do we got more?
You can go on the server and ask people.
Yeah, I'll go on the server and ask a couple people.
Or go on Mumble, even.
So this is that time of the show where we visit our live viewers, some of our fans that are located all across the world in our server, mc.beastnote.net. Or you can also find us at the Mumble Chat server. So we're going to drop in and say hello and see what you all have to think, and maybe you can have some questions, and maybe we'll answer.
Hey, guys, it's me, Meth Addict 6969. Hey, guys. Hey, it's me, Meth Addict.
Are we getting a question?
It is.
Do we get a question?
Hey, we're doing a podcast thing, and we wanted to see if anybody had any questions for the Noob Adventures right now. Total 10 asks, why is the Brotherhood so awesome?
It's one of the oldest factions in the server, and they're awesome people.
Oh, he's answering it right now.
That's pretty much all there is to it.
Oldest faction in the server.
And that's why it's so awesome, or something. Are there... What? So, no, it's just for a podcast thing.
We need more questions.
We need more questions, though. Go. Boom, boom, boom. Who is the best admin out of all of them? Duh.
I'd say me, because I interfere the least in people's personal problems because I'm not on often.
You're right.
And because I made Snake Island.
Yeah,
which is the lousiest island ever.
No,
so I think clearly the answer is me.
Gaylord rules with an iron fist, therefore he's the strongest admin.
Yes.
And has the most loyal following. How long did it take to build Townington?
Oh, man, we actually built that in survival. Well, parts of it. And we, oh, man, that's a good question. I can barely remember it.
I remember you guys spending like 3 weeks on it.
Hang on a second.
Like, I was helping out at a very, very small amount on Townington, but that was just you and Jeff.
Yeah.
But I remember it taking about 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'd say about 3 weeks.
I came in and I built my little snake house with the underground lair, and then at that time that town was already huge.
I remember I built the huge citadel because I thought that it lacked a menacing structure. So I went to the center of the town and built the thing up to the sky. And it was necessary. Necessary.
Necessary, it was.
Necessary.
Anything else?
Well, are there any other questions, bros? Bros.
Let's get 2 more in.
2 more questions.
2 more questions. Question for Jake, please.
Yes.
How long does it take to write a soundboard? What? What? Ask that again. How long does it take to create an entire soundscape for the Noob Adventures?
Per episode, I would average it at around... If it was an average, I'd say I spend 18 to 20 hours as an average. But there are some episodes where things go really, really quick because there's not a lot of room for music. And there's episodes where things take way over 20 hours because things need to be... Like the action sequences, part 8 is...
11, too.
Part 8 and 11. And then what's the... There's the one episode where it starts off with the... there's the... Fart versus the skeleton, and when Descartes dies. I think it's 14?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I mean, every single part is synced up perfectly when it comes to the rhythms, and it takes an incredible amount of time to get it just right. So I would put it around 22 hours, though, as an average.
22 hours. Boom. Is that per video? Or is that NVIDIA?
I don't know. I should recount. I'm going to say it's over 22
do a
now
recount.
that I think about it.
One last question, MVP. What do you use to make the music?
I use Reason software, which is by Propellerhead, and then I use Ableton Live to do audio, real audio. Most of the stuff is digitized. The only times that I've used real instruments on the Noob Adventures was there was a guitar. I used one E minor add 9 chord.
Wait, what was the line before that?
I don't remember. I think it was when you looked at the Enderman.
Oh, yeah. I bet he can't even ride a pig. At least not how I could. At 9.
Yeah, but it's all done with Reason software. Right now I just got Reason 7, which is awesome. And then Ableton.
One more question.
We're
brought
off
to you by
time.
Total 10. Please ask away. Who is your favorite Total 10? Probably the one I killed in that alley like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Total 10
is a player.
Because they're all just a bunch of hobos.
All right, I think that will conclude the question and answer seminar.
Yeah, there we go.
Our
All
friendly
right.
players
Thanks,
that we enjoyed.
guys.
We enjoyed their conversations and their questions.
Can you guys all scream at the same time?
What are you screaming?
All right.
Scream.
What's best? What are we screaming?
Scream everything.
That was you guys.
MVP's mom hates him.
Excellent.
Let that be on the record.
Goodbye,
Bye.
goodbye, valuable listeners.
Bye.
All right, and to close things off, that takes care of the Q&A for now. We'll figure out if we want to do these things every week or every 2 weeks or whatever, but we should want to do a few more in the not-so-distant future. But, Jeff.
I am Jeff.
You are Jeff, and I have a question for you.
Please.
What have you been gaming?
What have I been gaming?
Yes,
well,
what have you been gaming?
I've been satiating my need for the scrolls of wisdom.
Ah, the scroll. It is the scroll of wisdom.
The scroll! Ah!
Yes, my ancestors brought to this land the scroll of wisdom.
I walk through this haze of an existence and require only one thing. A scroll of wisdom.
Only one thing will resurrect my dead wife. It is the scroll of wisdom. For people who don't know or haven't felt that love between a man and a scroll, they need to play Path of Exile. Path of Exile is a free-to-play game available on Steam that we started playing not too long ago. We're not good at it. We're not knowledgeable about it, but we like it. Well, at least I do. I've got 3 characters right now. Yeah.
Should tell them
Join our party.
Add
Play
somebody
with
on
us.
Steam.
Let's
I'm
all
going to
be.
keep my Steam.
Let's all be great friends.
Let's all be great friends on Path of Exile. We can kill things together as a family.
Let's go
So
to the
Path of
swimming
Exile, what
pool
else you been playing?
together. I'm also playing Saints Row the Third because I love that game. I
How
walk
is it?
around as a giant albino, naked, muscular
He does.
London man, a Londonite, and I jump off of buildings and parachute across rivers. I blow up pedestrians and I destroy them with giant dildos.
Nice.
And I have been playing TF2 as well.
Yes,
With
that
the
is
new
also what I've been
update.
playing. The MVM update, which is excellent. They put a lot of love into it, and it really shows. We played the advanced map 2 nights ago, I think, and had a great time. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
I have
It's
to
a
get
lot
in
of
there and
fun.
play. I have played Man
So-
vs. Machine. I don't like TF2 at all because I'm a big...
Well, you like Man vs. Machine.
Yeah, I like
It's
Man vs.
tower
Machine.
defense.
I don't like TF2 because I'm an idiot, and I love Team Fortress Classic. And since TF2 killed Team Fortress Classic, I stopped. I just didn't like TF2. But I've played Man vs. Machine, and it's pretty cool. It's like a Left 4 Dead-ish.
No, it's just a tower
Yeah,
defense
it's like
game.
a Survivor. Like if you've ever played Survivor mode in Left 4 Dead, that's what it feels like. But it feels a lot. It's completely different. So it's worth trying out. But I got to try out the update. I've been playing Path of Exile. I've been running through Deus Ex. Sorry, Deus Ex Human Revolution again. I'm almost beat it. It'll be the second time. It's not a great game. The Deus Ex the first one is way better. But the second one is good enough for me to want to play it again, and I'm actually I want to go home and finish it. So, and I think that's it. I think that's really all I've been playing around. Path of Exile, Deus Ex.
Huh.
And of
And
course,
then
I'm
looking
a ranger.
forward to Elder Scrolls
Online.
Maybe we'll make a series about that.
Yes.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Foreshadowing.
All
That would
right.
be
Well,
great.
thank you, everybody who listened to you, all 12 of you. We appreciate your support, and we hope that we were able to answer your questions. And if you did like this, please make a thread or post it in the comments or something, and let us know how often you would like to hear something like this. All right?
Oh, and buy Fart Garfunkel songs because they're awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
$10 donations. Fart writes you the dopest beat you ever did. Damn, here.
Yeah, it'll change who you are as a person.
Yep.
It'll be great.
And I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that you can cure incurable diseases with Jeff's music.
I've heard that AIDS was cured
Yes.
with Capers song.
It was Maniacs. His
Oh,
song
okay.
cured AIDS.
Yeah.
Also, you won't need to buy food if you buy one of Jeff's songs, one of Fart Garfunkel's songs, because this will
$10,
replace
no
the
more
need for
food.
nutrition.
Think of how many millions of dollars you'll save throughout your lifetime if you just give me $10.
All
Fix
right.
it. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was an episode of the Noob Adventures podcast. Pleasure to speak to you. We'll see you next time. And remember to support our sponsors. This podcast is brought to you by Shark Insurance. If you're a shark and you need insurance, contact Shark Insurance today at 1-800-SHARK-INSURANCE. Shark Insurance. Insurance for sharks.
Blank books.